Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my buddy Ryan Ennis. Ryan, how you doing tonight, bud?
Pretty good, man. Enjoying the little break in the weather up here.
Hell yeah, dude. I desperately need it. One of my good friends is supposed to come over Sunday. He usually hangs out and watches football for the day. He's like, bro, I might have to bring like a jacket. I was like, why? He's like, it's supposed to go down to like 45 Sunday night here.
Oh, that's t-shirt weather.
That's what I said. I was like, I don't like not wear shorts until it gets like under 50.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too.
And then my knees are like, I hate you later.
Oh yeah, my shoulder's been terrible. I'm not looking forward to physical therapy.
I can only imagine, dude. Before we get started, I want to tell everybody you can find us out on social media at facebook.com/American Sports Connection or on Twitter at AM Sports Con Pod POD. You can also find us on B Plus Player Radio. You can check out all their episodes. We'll drop on Twitter. That's the best place to find them right now at B Plus Radio. And one other quick thing, check out our sponsors, the Squared Circle Magazine, over on Twitter at TSC Wrestling Mag. You can use promo code ASCPOD to get 20% off your next order. Okay, now that I can take a breath, what did you think of No Mercy?
Other than the main event, I had no problem with it. I thought it was actually pretty good.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just gonna sound like an old school type person, but I'm really starting to be annoyed by like a guy hitting their finisher like 3 and 4 times and everybody keeps kicking out.
I didn't mind it in the Roman match. I minded it with Braun.
Yeah, like I mean, there's certain situations I think you can do it in, like for big time matches or for like WrestleMania. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think in this instance though it has anything to you being with like an old timey fan. I just think it was bad booking to have.
That
Lesnar.
really irked me because, like, if I remember correctly, Braun hit him with like what 4 times or at least 3 his finishing maneuver.
I think 3 times.
And yeah, I don't know, like that match irked me because it felt like they just like chopped Braun down at the knees.
It was designed to have really put Brock over. Like Brock really needs that. And that's the same reason why the Roman match went the way that the Roman match went, to build up the strongest possible match for WrestleMania.
Yes. Did you by chance see Raw Talk after that?
You know what? Because it's so few and far between, I actually forgot that was the thing this week.
The only reason I mention it is I watched John Cena on there talking about Roman and everything, and it seemed so insincere what he was saying.
It probably is very insincere.
Yeah, like it came across like he did not want to do that, basically lose to Roman.
No,
I don't
really
know if
think
that's true, but it just came off very like I'm reading a script.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was just weird, and by no means, and I've told other people this, I'm not knocking Roman Reigns because people are, oh, he passed the torch. I don't understand why you would pass the torch to someone when he is the figurehead of like record low attendance and record low, you know what I mean?
Because that's what Vince is convinced will help.
Yeah, and I really don't know about that. And I told someone else this. I've never seen a guy since I've started watching wrestling where they've tried so hard to make him the guy or a main event talent. Like, it's been, what, 3 years?
Yeah.
I said back in the day, like the one that always comes to mind is Lex Luger. They tried it for about 6 to 12 months, and it just didn't work, and they moved on.
Yeah, Diesel didn't work.
Yeah, that's another one. I will say about this show, I thought Cesaro and Sheamus and Dean and Seth had another fantastic match, and I felt bad for Cesaro. That looked really painful, his injury.
Yeah, that was no joke.
Like, that was a gusher, and I'm just like, ooh. And since that happened, I read he has to go, and I don't remember the name of the dentist.
Maxillofacial.
Yes. He has to have, like, some kind of specific work done before he can actually wrestle again.
Yeah, he had his teeth knocked into his fucking mouth.
Ugh.
3 to 5 millimeters.
That had to be painful.
Mm-hmm.
But props to him for being a professional and, finishing the match. Because I don't know if I could do that. But I tend to agree with you, though, that overall I thought the pay-per-view was not bad, except I just did not like the way they booked Brock.
Yeah, I don't know if I really expected anything else, because remember how quickly he just fucking destroyed Joe.
That's true. That's very true. And
they're rebuilding up Brock after fucking Goldberg last year.
Yeah. And then I read he's not going to be back now till Survivor Series, if that.
Who?
Brock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's not there to work too many shitty secondary pay-per-views.
Yeah, no, like... excuse me, like you had mentioned earlier, their big goal is to go forward with Roman Lesnar 2, which I think will go over very well if you can't detect my sarcasm.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Moving on, what did you think of Raw this week?
Didn't think it was terrible, but again, nothing really that I'm super looking forward to. None of the payouts really mattered.
I thought Roman was actually not too bad on the mic this week during Miz TV.
No, I see, like, 'cause he felt less produced. I don't know why.
Yeah, like it felt more like it was just him. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it was just, him being him.
Instead of somebody writing for him how to be him.
Yeah. I'm very curious to see if Matt Hardy now is going to become Woken.
Oh, Jeff's out for a long time, bro.
Yeah, because he had the same injury you have, correct?
Yeah, but I mean, how I have worse fucking shoulders than Jeff Hardy, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is what I think about, though. It's like, how do pro wrestlers have better fucking like joints than I do?
Yeah. But no, yeah, he might even miss WrestleMania, I think.
It's probably a good chance, because that's like a more realistic outlook is like what Finn Balor had after SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Because that was torn labrum, but that was also a lot more.
Yeah, they won't. I don't think they'll know how like severe it is until they get in there.
Yeah.
The other head scratching thing to me was, I guess, because they just didn't know who to put him with, was Strowman and Ambrose.
Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere, especially since, like, for the most part, he came out and destroyed Kurt Hawkins. Then, like, later in the night, after the show went off the air, he came out and destroyed Enzo.
Yes. And then him and Dean actually had a good match.
Yeah.
Which I was like, huh, okay. But the way it just came about made no sense.
And yeah, next week it's going
to
be Seth
him
Rollins.
And Rollins next week.
Yeah.
Strowman, excuse me.
Yeah.
And the other thing I actually thought that was not bad was the thing with Mickie James and Alexa Bliss.
It was one of the better promos, I'd say, that Mickie James has done since coming over.
Yeah, like it was believable.
Because I'm sorry, like she's a great worker, one of the all-time best. She cuts shitty fucking promos. It's like
no, she does. She really does.
Like I think she buys into her own hype. I think she buys into her own shit, and this is like the first one that really came off well. Like I was like, oh shit, because I cringe when she has a microphone.
Yeah, like this time you're like, okay, like I can get behind this.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Mickie. I was like, okay, so stop talking now, because now it's good. You've made your point to stop.
Now, with Roman fighting The Miz, we have the tease of the Shield getting back together.
Well, on that one last thing with the Alexa, what bothers me is the timing of all of this.
Yeah.
The fact that this didn't end, like this match didn't happen at
months ago.
The next month's pay-per-view. Yeah. Like the match that just happened.
Yes.
And have Asuka right there. Because you know Asuka's getting that spot. She's the undefeated champion of NXT. Yeah, so now you're going to waste Mickie James.
She's basically, and I hate to say it like this, Alexa Bliss is basically keeping that belt warm for Asuka.
But now they're wasting a potential feud with Mickie James.
Yeah.
You know it's only going to last a month.
I completely agree with you.
It's kind of why I think they gave the belt back to fucking Neville so he can lose it to Enzo. Like, now it makes sense why Tozawa lost the belt.
Yes.
And I don't agree with it at all.
You talk about that. I understand now what they're doing with Enzo. It's just I don't particularly care for it.
Oh, make him the one that the fans can cheer for? I mean, make his opponents the ones that they can cheer for? Have him just be a super heel?
Yeah, it's working because I don't like him.
I think that's what they're going to use. I think they're going to use him as not so much as a heat magnet, but like a shine factory. Just by getting his ass kicked, he's gonna make people care about 205 and the people.
Yeah, like back in the old days, you wanted to pay or you wanted to watch to see the heel get his ass kicked.
Yeah, and like now when he gets his ass kicked or when he's getting beat up, these people may actually have a name for themselves now. Which yes, I mean, unfortunately, they need him to get over, but
it is what it is.
He needs them to have a job.
Yeah, it's kind of like a win-win. But no, what I was saying earlier before we were talking about Alexa, it's so obvious they're going to put the Shield back together to fight the Miz-Taraj.
I genuinely hope that doesn't happen.
You and me both, my friend. You and me both.
I never liked the fucking Shield. I liked them for a very short time, and then I'm like, all right.
I don't understand like the excitement. Like, oh my god, it's the Shield, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm not knocking anyone that's in it. They're all talented at what they do, but it's never did it for me.
No, I liked the heel aspect of them. I don't like. I mean, like even now, the only one I really like is fucking Seth.
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay, like, Rollins is crazy and kooky and altogether gooky. He's the Addams Family. Like, okay.
I could get down with that. And plus, he's a really good worker in the ring.
Yeah,
when he's allowed to be, I should say.
But I don't like that style. I don't like the deathmatch style at all. So for me, like that was never like Like to me, he was like a Daniel Bryan, CM Punk that could put on like a 5-star match, even in the Indies. He put on good matches, but they weren't like that. Wasn't the match you were going home talking about.
Right? No, I understand.
So I mean, I'm not a big fan of the brawler style, especially when he's not one of the bigger guys.
Well, I will say this. I'll say probably the last year, I don't want to say Dean's gotten lazy, but it's just like it's almost the same formatted kind of match.
Oh, I'm sure that's a lot they're allowing him to do. You know, just because I don't, I mean, I wasn't fond of his style, it doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
That he wasn't great at what he did. It's just,
no, like because I could probably say the last really good singles match he had was against The Miz.
I don't even remember that.
It was on a pay-per-view within the last few months. Because I remember I was like, wow, that kind of stood out as not, I don't want to say a typical Dean Ambrose match, but it was a little bit different. You know?
Yeah.
All right. Switching gears, what did you think of SmackDown this week?
I don't think it was. I'm trying to remember what the main event was because I know Dillinger and Corbin had their match. Trying to remember what the main segment was.
It was Kevin and Sammy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. There you go. Those two can't have a bad match. I mean, it's even though we have said it for months, like it's like okay, it's over and done with. Even at that, they can't put on a bad match, even if it's something we've seen 1,000 times.
Am I the only one that gets the vibe that it's almost like they're teasing that Sammy's gonna go heel and like be with Kevin?
I haven't. All right, what makes you think that? Because I may have completely missed something.
No, just like the way, like not this week, but like the week before, when Kevin was looking for a referee, he was trying to get Sammy to do it, and the way he was talking to him, I'm like, huh?
Oh, that's just Steen being fucking Steen.
Okay.
Yeah,
then I just overread something.
Yeah, that's just Kevin Steen. I mean, that's just him being a heel, like trying to like poo-poo all the things in the past, and no. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't.
No, I was like, huh. I mean, and because they honestly haven't been doing a whole hell of a lot with him anyway. The one thing I will say, and I don't know if Ziggler's re-signing or if he's leaving or what's going on. I think him and Bobby Roode could have a really good match.
Oh, I think so too.
And I actually like that he's like trolling people where Ziggler, he's coming out in all these like different characters, but that's me.
I liked it a little bit. Like I kind of got a kick out of some of them, but it's just that's something that I think it's already gone old. I don't think it needs to have gone on for 3 weeks now.
Kind of like with Ellsworth, where we both said this is going to get old really quick.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool in the beginning, him coming out with Naomi's glow shit on, and like to me that like out of the box kind of stuff. Ultimate Warrior was kind of nostalgic. Why did he need to do a whole dead man entrance?
Yeah,
like that's just time that you could have given to another match.
No, I agree with that.
Oh, the one thing that we didn't talk about from Raw, the main event segment and the potential that. Or like the double switch that happened.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Where
Neville's kind of like, I don't know if you would necessarily consider him like a baby face, but he's more like an anti-hero.
At this point, he's acting pretty like, straight good guy though.
Yeah.
You know, he's talking about the other guys, like all the people he was running down. But like he seemed all chummy with everybody. I don't know, like that was. I mean, like I'm all for it because I think they pulled it off. I think Enzo can get that much fucking heat,
And
and
I
I
was going
think
to say, because Enzo is like universally disliked, so it's not that hard of a thing to pull off. But it was one of the better double turns, I would say.
yeah, and I think a lot of this is a lot of the fans don't know initially that Enzo's saying fucking heel things like he's being a dick, but it's not like funny dick. Now it's meant to be bad guy dick, and I think they start
And they're
cheering.
confused.
Yeah, and then I think halfway through it, they realize, wait a second, he tricked us, and then I think they like that's where I think like the heat comes from,
Yeah,
because
they're
they
like,
think that like wait, he's really talking shit about Cedric. Cedric's a good guy.
it's like, well, fuck you.
Like, why are you making fun of Cedric for? Make fun of Noam. Like, make fun of Tony Nese. Like, why are you talking about Cedric and Rich Swann?
Yeah, we don't like that. No, I totally get it.
But yeah, I thought that was important to bring up because you don't see double turns almost,
Very
never.
rarely. And
Let alone one that works.
I was going to say that, and they're very rarely do they come off well.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I remember many of them, but the one that I remember that did work was Brett and Stone Cold. But everybody knows that one.
That's the one that I always remember.
Yeah, I can't tell you many others because again, they really haven't been super successful or memorable.
Yeah, if they were successful, you would remember them. I personally like the Rusev stuff just because it put him more in like a positive. I guess you would say like they gave him a segment because he hasn't really been on television except for that quick win he had last week.
Yeah.
It's just Orton just doesn't do it for me, and the way he's booked, it's just like ugh. But
I agree
to me, and I've said this before, I like Aiden English's character. He really has grown on me.
I don't.
I know you don't like that shit. I'm actually looking forward to Hell in a Cell. I think Shane and Kevin Owens could have a really good match. And it's kind of cool to see him in like a big time storyline again. Because to be frank with you, I was worried about Owens when he lost the belt. Xbox decided to be difficult, but what I was saying was I'm happy for Kevin that he's in such a big time like kind of match and feud. I think the potential is there to be good their match because I was personally worried about him when he lost the title to Goldberg right before WrestleMania and then they shipped him over to SmackDown.
Yeah, but I really believe that had less to do with him and more to do with Oldberg.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he was just the afterthought. Like, yeah, he may be champion, but we need Oldberg to have the title.
We need it to mean something.
Yeah.
Which is annoying in itself. But I'll bring up one quick point and then we'll move on with I never thought I could get sick of seeing Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn wrestle, but WWE has achieved that.
Oh, we've been saying that for almost a year, bro.
Yeah. Where like I'd rather watch them from when they were in Ring of Honor much more. Like I don't know if it's how they book them or it's just the way they lay out their matches. It's just like, please, no more.
See, but because actually earlier when we were talking about this, I actually thought the complete opposite. That no matter how many times you watch him wrestle, as boring as it gets watching the same two, they always put on something different.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. I mean, but I'm just tired of seeing the same two guys fight. But I don't feel like I watched the same match over and over and over again with them, though.
No. It's different. It's just I don't know. I don't want to say it's watered down, but it kind of feels like it is at times.
Okay.
But that's just how the one thing I think that's sad about SmackDown, and it's almost I wish they would let him go of his contract because they're doing him a disservice, is Luke Harper hasn't been on television in forever.
And he's not injured?
No, they just don't know what to do with him.
That's a shame.
Because he is one of the really good big guys that can basically have a good match with anybody.
Yeah.
Because it's him. Eric Rowan hasn't been on either. I think Rowan's okay. I was going to say Dillinger, but they've started to use him more like with this AJ and Corbin thing, which I like.
Oh yeah, but they also just brought Dillinger up. He spent all his time trying to get up here.
He's
not going to leave now.
Yeah.
I mean, he was Stan.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been there forever. All right. Switching it up. What did you think of 205 Live this week?
The whole Gulak thing is finally growing on me.
Yes.
So, that was enjoyable.
Yeah, I thought Tozawa and Nice had a really good match.
Yes. No, I agree fully. I thought it was funny to see what's his name kissing up to Enzo.
Yes.
Ariya Daivari.
Yeah.
The ending I kind of expected, where Enzo just destroying Neville.
Yeah, you kind of figured it was going there.
But I'm just surprised that they didn't have the other guys come out.
Try to help him?
Yeah, because everybody's supposed to be hating Enzo now.
That would have been a good way to do it, to get the kind of scare him off or spook him off.
I'm really sure. I'm wondering if they're going to debut somebody new.
You mean to be maybe Enzo's bodyguard?
No, to fight him.
Well, yeah, that too.
Because he's claiming that everybody on the roster attacked him, and now there's nobody for him to fight. That could be an open door for somebody new to go straight to the title picture.
Yeah, I wonder who.
I mean, I could be completely wrong, but that would be a way to take somebody.
Interesting idea.
I just think that would be a good way to take somebody who's not on your roster and be able to give them some kind of instant, status. Well, hey, well, you said this. So, I realized Balor is under 200 pounds. He's 195.
Yeah.
And he's wrestling the likes of Bray Wyatt, yet these 205 guys are wrestling other small guys. And Tony Nese is he's 205 because he has to be.
Yeah, he could easily be 220 or 230.
Yeah, I think Nese could be, a very big guy.
I'm just impressed with him that for his size and weight, the things he can do. All right,
he's a very, very, very agile man.
Yeah, every time I watch him, he impresses me.
But I also think he has like the personality of a doorstop. So,
That's his big problem.
and he's got one of those Long Island, New York accents, but it's like the kind of like Brooklyn accent I have. It's not the cool one. It's just the one that sounds like shit. Like, that sound like I'm some fucking guinea in a movie.
That's funny.
I sound like I'm some fucking schmuck. I don't even have like a schmuck accent. Like that, like you schmuck. Like, I can't say that right.
Yeah, no, that's funny. And you talk about Neeson. I loved, because I know you were saying the Gulak stuff's winning you over. I loved it where Tozawa, I guess, did like a move, or he hit his head on the commentator's table or something. I don't remember exactly. He's like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be doing that." Or he gets like super into the like no-fly zone and all that stuff. I enjoy that.
And that's why I thought it was even funny on Monday when Mustafa Ali was going to go up for his finisher, and at first, Drew Gulak is stopping him, reminding him about the no-fly zone. And he's like, "Come on, it's Enzo." And then he's like, "All right,
just this once."
Like, that made me laugh. Like, I genuinely enjoyed that. Like, that cracked me up.
That was cool the way they did that. All right.
Like, for one moment, everybody forgot their beefs.
Yeah. Now, what did you think of NXT this week?
I like Lars Sullivan, bro.
I
really like Lars
Sullivan. I was watching him, and you're gonna laugh when I say this. He reminds me of a much more jacked up but bald Sami Callihan. At least in his face. He looks like Sami.
I'm trying to picture what old-timey guy he kind of reminds me of. But, like, he just, like, old school, but I can't picture who. But yeah, he just reminds me of just like some 1970s just fucking tough guy.
Yeah, that you like don't want to get in a bar fight with.
Yeah, I like that, and I hope he does. I was so happy when he was announced as in 2K18. Like, you have no idea. Like, I'm legitimately happy about that.
You marked out.
Bro, like, not only am I gonna get to DLC, like, that may have sold me on the game itself. I'm not even kidding.
That's hilarious.
That motherfucker's become my fucking Universal Champion immediately, beating Brock Lesnar in a steel cage match. Hell yeah.
That's awesome. But I thought him and Lorcan had a good match for what it was.
Yeah. No, I fully agree. And I like that they had Birch come out to save him, even though that they're having their like series of matches going on,
which have been fantastic.
Yeah, I'm glad Birch is getting the opportunity.
I am too. I really like him.
I mean, he doesn't have like years ahead of him. I think he's in his late 30s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he's older than I am.
Let me double check, because I'm almost positive he is.
I think he's late 30s.
He's 35.
All right, so mid 30s. I'm 35, so.
Yeah. And then I thought of you with your tag team, Heavy Machinery.
They were on NXT this week?
Yeah. They've basically faced two job guys.
Somehow I completely missed them. That must have been a really short segment.
Yes. And I don't want to knock her, but I watched like the Liv Morgan match, and I'm just like, oofa, she needs to like wrestle some more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get more.
She's been around a while.
Yeah. It just didn't do it for me. Don't particularly care for her. I surprisingly enjoyed the Fabian Art. I'm gonna try and pronounce it. Archner match with Ono. Ryan Xbox loves him tonight, but what I was saying was I thought Fabian, I'm going to try and pronounce his name again, Eichner versus Ono was actually a pretty good match.
Yeah, I can't watch anything Chris Hero does, and
take him seriously with the outfit.
Yeah, like, look, okay, like, you're big. You know, Kevin Owens is one of my favorite wrestlers on the planet, and he's not what you'd call in shape. No, I'm not asking for him to have $1 million bod. It's just that he looks like an old, like he looks like worse than a dad bod, like a grandpa bod in a lot of ways. In his underwear and his t-shirt tucked into his underwear.
It's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah, and just that I think at the time he was signed, it was a big deal. But like now, look who they have. Chris Hero really.
He's taking a backseat because they signed Donovan Dijak and Leo Rush and Adam Cole and Bobby Fish and all those other guys.
Or Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Roode,
Oh God, yeah. The names could go on and on. But I enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah. I will say though, I was annoyed that Adam Cole and Eric Young in the main event did not get more time than what they did.
No, I agree fully. I mean, but I think for like a television debut, it wasn't bad.
No. I agree with that. It's just, I don't know, because he got like, I think it was 8 minutes, which wasn't, a ton. I just thought they could have got a little bit more. I just don't like a lot of talking, especially on a show that's only an hour.
I hadn't, because I think is that the first time Adam Cole really talked? I'm trying to remember if one of the previous weeks he's actually had the mic.
It might be his first week that he actually had a full speaking part.
Which I mean, he has a lot of other talking, but I was cool with that.
No, that's fine. I just that's the only real issue I had with that match. I thought it was good though for the short time they had. I guess I'm just spoiled to seeing Adam Cole and those other guys get to wrestle 20-minute matches.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they're gonna get there, but they're doing a lot at once, and I think
that's very true too.
I mean, they got a lot of people there trying to build and get over. So,
I wanted your thoughts on this because they're having the I think it's a fatal 4-way for the NXT Women's title.
Yeah.
Kairi Sane was the first girl they announced this week. I think that's eventually she's going to win that. I don't know if they put it on her right away, but I think she's going to win that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know who 2 of the other ones are.
Yeah, well, we won't go there just yet.
It's going to be Harvey Whippleman and James Ellsworth are 2 of the other 3 women.
Yeah, and he's going to come out with the dog collar.
Maybe they'll turn into a dog collar match.
Hey, where's the meme that you need says "Shut up and take my money"?
And the fourth person is going to be Aaliyah. Sorry, everybody, I spoiled it.
Oh no! Now you ruined it. My heart's broken. And on that note, we're gonna get out of here for tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff, and we will see you back next week. Have a good night, everybody.